What's up everyone? You new here? So today we are here with another video. Honestly, this video is a bit of a rant. I thought I literally made a video about my thoughts about the new Shiyu, but I didn't expect that I forgot to record one when I did it on stream. So right now I'm gonna talk about my feelings and my thoughts basically about the new Shiyu defense and what's the pros and cons about it basically. And basically this all just this all just yap. I don't have any script, but I'm just gonna go literally head on and rant about it, mainly because I think the new Shield defense is overhated. And one of the reasons why I think that way is because I think most people, I'm just gonna say this, most people who hate on the new endgame or the new iteration of Shield defense is just people that are not used to it, and most of them are actually gonna be casual players that can do the endgame now. And I would say it's fair. I think 100% it's fair, even for someone who already can like clear the end game easily, and then they still don't like the end game. It's fair. I think it's fair. We do have some preferences. We do have some opinions about the end game, but I think it's overhated to the point where people think that there's no improvements with the end game. For me, I think the new shield defense actually is better than the previous one. Mainly because time requirement endgame is super boring. It's just spiral abyss, it's just tower of adversity. It's very boring kind of time requirement because technically it's a speedrun endgame. And yes, most people like it, some people like it, some don't. But I think if you have played Genshin before Zenless, or if you have played even HSR, even though HSR is not really time gated, it's more like turn gated or cycle gated, it's still the same thing. Even if you played like Withering Waves with Tower of Adversity, it's very boring. Especially, it's very boring also when it's time requirement, and the fact that the end game is also boring to the point that it's very easy. And by the way, don't think that I'm saying it's very easy, meaning that it's like, it's easy to clear, or I mean, yes, it's easy to clear like the previous shield defense, but I'm talking about it, or in the difficulty about it, is that it's only HP. They're only tanking the HP to make it harder. And I think that difficulty plus with the time requirement is quite a boring endgame. Even myself, I still cleared like below 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the old Shiyu. Even though I cleared like almost at the average time for one stage, I still think it's a very boring and easy endgame. Mainly because it's just damage check. I mean, overall endgame is just damage check if you don't take it seriously. But I would say it's more damage check than the new Shield right now. Like I said, it's a speedrun game. To clear faster is to deal much faster, or to deal as much damage as possible. So big damage, much faster clear. That's like the concept of Shield defense. And I wanna transition this topic right now to the point of like, what is Shield defense concept? And like I said earlier, the concept of Shield defense is to clear faster, to clear the stage, to get 3-star, or to get the highest score. Basically to clear. That's the requirement. Clear faster, do damage. And I think it didn't change at all when it transferred to old Shiyu to new Shiyu. Because if you think about it, in the general sense, the concept is still the same. Basically, you still need to clear faster, but the only difference is that you need to clear one stage as fast as possible. It's not the same as like at the old Shiyu where there's like 2 stages where you can, on one stages you can like have like 3 minutes, but on like the second stage, on the second stage you can clear 1 minute and you can still clear. It's not the same as that anymore, but it's more like individual team's performance. If you think about it, it's still the same thing. Like I said, clear faster, do damage. I would say this new iteration of Shield defense actually makes the endgame a bit better, mainly because they're implementing skill. They're implementing skill and decision making in the end game. Because in my opinion, if I'm gonna do the same rotation every freaking time, every end game, like I did the same rotation when I did to Deadly Assault to Shield Defense, if I do the same thing, it's gonna be boring. And I think the new Shiyu actually incentivize people to actually learn and to be out of that comfortable environment and be on a very uncomfy environment to actually like learn and do stuff, because that's what endgame is. Endgame is not supposed to make you feel like oh, just free rewards. Of course endgame is free rewards if you can clear the endgame, but what endgame is something that you need to clear when your account is like actually strong now, where like the casual fights from the game itself cannot comprehend the strength of your account now. That's what endgame is, you know? So that's why like I always tell people that don't go to endgame as fast as possible when you're new account, or you don't have a good build, or you don't even have your W engine or your characters level. Don't go to the end game because that's stupid. Like why would you do that? Come on. It's like common sense, you know? It's common sense to know that you need to build your character first before you go to the end game, because if not, then you're not gonna clear the end game. And if you cannot clear the end game, that means the end game is not yet on your account, or it's not yet for you, you know? You're still not on that level. I'm sorry, that's a bit of a big tangent, but going back to the topic, that's why I think going into that uncomfy feeling to the new Shiyu actually is good, mainly because it will incentivize people to learn different rotation than the normal rotation that we already do. Like, let me give you a big example, because I already did the second reset of the new Shield defense. There's this last stage, or the third stage on the Shield defense, where you need to use ultimate a lot, you know, and it's also ether weaknesses. So basically it's like a Yishuan kind of shield stage, but the difference on that stage is that you cannot do the same rotation where you need to save up your ultimate, or you need to save up your resources at the very start, because it's very different from each stage. Usually some stages are like you need to immediately do your ult, or you need to immediately waste your energy. No, but on that stage, on that third stage, I was forced to not do the same rotation that I always do with Yushuan, which is to save the ult and save the energy for stun. And what I'm forced to do is that first and second wave, I need to clear it as fast as possible with spending a lot of my resources to build up my ultimate. And at the third wave, which is the big boss, I need to immediately throw my ult, because if I waited to use that ult on the stun, it's just waste of damage and also waste of time to clear the end game. So I have to leave that old, or like the normal rotation, and make my own rotation, which is very unusual. That is not really appropriate way to play that team comp, but it will make you think to like basically make your own rotation about it, make your own optimized rotation about it to clear as fast as possible. Because if you clear as fast as possible, you will get more scores, you can keep up with the multipliers and at least get to 40k to 30k. So that's why I'm gonna show you guys right now my clear. I think I got 38k. My first clear, I have a video that is coming where I cleared the shield defense. On that video, you will see me do the shield defense with Yishuan on the third stage. And I think I cleared like 35k if I remember correctly, but I did it offline, and now as you guys can see, I'm at 38k. I'm almost there at 40k. I feel like I can do it. I just need to optimize my rotation, but not the same rotation that I normally do with Yishuan, which is quite amazing in my opinion, mainly because it's gonna make you think, because that's what endgame is. It's about testing your skills, testing your account. Because yeah, let's say the endgame tests your characters, but does the endgame test your skills? Does the endgame test your decision making? Because in my opinion, the old Shiyu is just easy version of Deadly Assault, or easy version of the concept that want that the Deadly Assault want you to do. Because Deadly Assault, okay, let me go into a different tangent again, sorry. Deadly Assault will actually help you to learn the normal rotation, to test your skill, and to test your your team combos. Basically, it will teach you that. But old Shiyu is the same thing, mainly because even though you still have the same concept of like clearing as fast as possible with like the enemies and the stuff that we need to do on that end game, since we are like time requirement, you have enough time to do the rotation, meaning you don't really need to do the usual the unusual rotation that you do to the new Shiyu right now. Meaning that Shiyu defense is just the same as Deadly Assault, where the result that it wants to give is to make you learn the combo. But I think what Zenless Zone Zero devs want from this new Shiyu is to make it not boring and also make you decide for your own. It's gonna test your skills, it's gonna test your decision making, it's gonna test you yourself instead of your account, which is, I think, something that is very nice. Because in my opinion, this new Shiyu defense, especially with the second reset, I think I'm loving this new Shiyu more and more, because I'm just not using the normal rotations. I have to learn a different one every time. I'm just gonna say this every time, because even like the very first reset, I had to learn a different like rotation for using Miyabi on Manato. I had to use a different rotation on I think Seed, if I remember correctly. And you know what, on the latest Shiyu also, the latest reset of Shiyu, I had to learn a different rotation also with Bernice and Yanagi, which is very unusual for my normal rotation. And as we all know, Anomaly doesn't really care about stun. So I think Anomaly really favors the new Shield defense. But also at the same time, it gave my Anomaly team comp a bit more skill into it, because I need to keep up. I need to keep up with everything that is happening, because I don't have enough time. That's the thing. I don't have enough time because I need to keep up with the multiplier. If I cannot keep up with the multiplier, that means I'm gonna lose a lot of scores. So I need to change up my rotation on my Bernice Yanagi Yuzuha team. I have to manage my energy a lot more compared to the normal rotation, where if you do your normal rotation, you will do a burst damage at some point and you're gonna lose some energy or gonna lose some resource throughout the match, and you have enough leeway to build up those resources. But on the new shield defense, you don't have that luxury. That means you need to actually like give it your all. Basically, your rotation is gonna be more limited, your resources is gonna be more limited. Yes, you still need to throw everything on the boss because that's what you need to do, but you also need to think, when are you gonna do it? Because if you fucked up one time, even on like the first wave of the mobs, you need to restart, redo it all over again. If something doesn't work on the rotation, or if the rotation didn't give you give you more points, or doesn't give you more consistent scores, that means you need to try something different. I think that's what's nice about the new Shiyu. And like I said earlier, it's okay to not like it. It's okay to not like it. Because I think okay, this is really just my opinion and my view on all of this, on why people really don't like it. I think people got used to the luxury of it, like shield defense being easy. That's what I think. Some people might disagree with me, but it's okay. But that's actually what I think, mainly because I've been active on, okay, this is like very canonically online behavior, but I've been very online on Twitter, and I've been like not really researching, but seeing a lot of opinions about the new Shiyu, and most of the complaints is that the new Shiyu is hard. The new Shiyu is hard to do, and I think that's not true at all. It's a bit harder, yes, but I think it's not hard to the point where like you cannot do anything and you cannot clear. I don't think so. I think it's a bit harder, of course, but like I think those complaints also came from the, how should I say this, like it came from the luxury of Shiyu being easy. I think like we got used to the luxury of it being easy, the luxury of it being just a monochrome, or no, polychrome farming, and it's okay to think that way. it's okay. But also at the same time, keep in mind this is endgame. We can't like Zenless Zone Zero devs choose to make the endgame harder so that it's not gonna be a polychrome farming, you know? I mean, we already have a lot of leeway to get more polychromes without going into S plus, you know? But you also need to think to yourself. You cannot just rely on your character, you know? Because me myself, I pulled for Yashin Guang. On the new Shiyu defense, I tried to 50k on the new Shiyu, one of the stages, but I didn't manage to do it. And mainly because skill issue. And if I tried that same character on the old Shiyu, I can clear easily under 1 minute probably. Or even like under like 30 seconds, I would say. But on this new Shiyu, it actually stopped my like, you know, easy progression with the end game, where I actually need to think of the rotation for Yeshengguang. I actually need to think what to do, and I need to get lucky with how the enemy is gonna attack me. You know, it's like RNG too, which is crazy. So it's like one of those things. And by the way, I would I'm not saying like it's skill issue or it's all skill issue in my part. I have a good build. I have the W engine. I have Zhao, and I don't have Dylan, but I'm using like characters like Astrayao. I'm using Jufufu. Still cannot clear the 50k, even though some people can do it. It's probably like skill issue or rotation issue because I don't really do research. But if I probably do research and see the rotation and copy it, I can probably clear 50k. But I choose not to, mainly because I wanna learn how to do it. I wanna figure it out myself. And I think that's the beauty of the new Shiyu's endgame, you know? The new Shiyu. I think that's the beauty of it. But I think people just people just complain because it's something new and it's something that is very out of place from their comfort zone, in my opinion. I know I've been yapping, but I wanna show you guys my tweet so I can actually like give a TLDR of my thoughts about it, because honestly my yapping has just been like full of tangents. But basically this is my whole point, and this is I think January 5th when I tried the new Shiyu. So I tried the new Shiyu yesterday. You'll suck if you can't clear. And by the way, I didn't clear on that video. I already posted the video, like the previous video before this is like the Shiyu defense video. I tried to clear the Shiyu without the Void Hunters or the OP DPS. So I got like A plus close to S rank because I'm like missing 1k more for the Manato side. I remember that, but I cleared it. Or I cleared it, by the way. I cleared it that time before it reset. I got S plus, and yeah. This is what I said. You'll suck if you can clear it. That's what I think. That's actually what I think. The objective shield didn't change at all. The goal is still clear. The goal is still to clear faster, but the requirement now is score rather than time. Do not reach you like a deadly assault. It's 100% different. This is my I think my last reason why I think people don't like it, or like people's mindset about it is very different. I think people thought the new Shiyu is gonna be like deadly assault, which is they are far from that thought. It's not gonna be like deadly assault. It's very different. It's still the same. Like I said earlier, it's still the same requirements. Clear faster, deal damage a lot. That's still the same concepts. That's still the same goal, but different requirements. And to give more of my thoughts here on my replies, if you think new Shiyu like DA, you already lost the point. You already lost. You probably cannot clear if you think new Shiyu is like DA, and it's mainly because of the rotation. You're gonna use your normal rotation on like your deadly assault rotation on Shiyu defense, which is not really. I mean, not really. It can work, but it's not really that good. It's not gonna make you more, points. So Shiyu or new Shiyu was never like DA. So old Shiyu or the new Shiyu was never like DA. It's still the same. Like I said earlier, it's just the same. It's a new Shiyu, of course. It's still the same concept. So DA is accumulated damage until the end of the timer. New Shiyu do damage as fast as possible to get more scores. That's the difference with the DA. So new Shiyu is still speedrunny. It's still speedrun, and DA is accumulated points with a timer, or like along with the timer. So it's still the same thing. New Shiyu, old Shiyu is still the same. Do damage as fast as possible. But on the old Shiyu, of course, do damage as fast as possible to clear under the time requirement. But this time, do damage as fast as possible to get more scores. It's still the same concept, but different mechanics basically. The change is 100% for the best, that's what I think too. My only complaint is the disk drive lock. Okay, I wanna talk about that later, but my only complaint about the new Shiyu is, you know what, not only complaint. I think I would say my two complaint about the new Shiyu. Okay? I would say first one is definitely the drive disk lock. I'm okay with the W engine lock. I'm okay with it if they wanna like restrain us more on Shiyu, because you know that lesson is very freeable, you know, you can change drives and you know double engine. But if they wanna like make us make the end game more harder, sure, you can like take the drive not the drive disk but like the double engine, but don't take away the disk drive. Don't lock this drive, because most people don't have a good disk drive set. Like there's only like I can probably guess right now, for a normal who always farm this drive, you probably have like 2 to 3 good sets and that's it. And I think that's not enough, mainly because most of those good sets are probably like being shared around by the DPS on their account. So like locking this drive is kind of like you know, it's a situation I kind of don't like. I really don't like it, you know. I don't really like it, mainly because it's not gonna make the end game more friendly compared to Deadly Assault, where you can freely change your disk drive and double engine. And now I think that part, the disk drive and even the double engine lock, is making the end game much harder, especially when the end game is already hard enough where people like, you know, are going into it brain dead. So I feel like locking the disk drive mainly is a bad idea. And I just thought of this. My second complaint about the new Shiyu is probably the buff. It's making the endgame a bit restrictive, where you cannot choose your own buff on a stage. And yes, it's still the same thing as the old Shiyu, because you know you cannot choose your buff on the old Shiyu. Yes, I know, but it's like a 3-team end game, so it doesn't make sense for it to have a lock buff too. I feel like we need to have a choice buff, just like Deadly Assault. That's what I think. And the thing is, my big problem also with that is that it's gonna incentivize more the devs, or the end game devs, to make more Shilly buff. That's what I think. That's what I think that's gonna happen. It's gonna incentivize the devs to give the end game more Shilly buff, and it's probably gonna happen in the future. I mean, it's already happening on Deadly Assault. You know, it's probably gonna happen on Shiyu too. So that's why like I kind of don't like it. You know, at least on Deadly Assault, you know, you can still choose your buff even though there's like a shield buff. But this time, the buff is now, you know, from one stage to another. You cannot change it. But also, it's gonna incentivize more shield buff, which is kind of you know, like what can we do? What, like, it's kind of like a hard situation to be on. And I think it's definitely something that can be like, you know, can we please fix that, you know? Because 3-team content is already restrictive enough, and you're gonna lock the you know, disk drive, double engine, and also you're gonna lock also the buff. Isn't that like overkill? That's too much. That's too overkill. The endgame itself is already good. Like, it's good, in my opinion. It's good, but my complaints are, I think, valid in my opinion. Those are the only problem that I have. I don't really have a problem with like the end game itself. It's fun. I really love it. I'm sorry for this long yap. I hope you guys enjoy this long yap. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Comment down below what you think about the Shiyu. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Bye bye.